What's up, people, and welcome to more drama. Because I only chime in on drama when I find it interesting. And I also think that most Twitch streamers are awful people. So, there's that. So the Streamer Awards, I believe, happened not so long ago. Twitch Streamer Awards. And that is an event that I believe is run by QTCinderella. I think that's her name. I don't fucking know who these people are. I mean, that's... Okay, before I go any further, I have to say why I don't like Twitch streamers. And that's because Twitch's whole business model revolves around two types of people. Number one, simps. But that's a discussion for another time. Number two, teenagers. Number three, simpy teenagers. I know that's an extra one, but, you know, they're not mutually exclusive. Sometimes they are, who knows. But yeah, you're either preying on kids, and I say preying, and I mean that literally, or you've got guys that are lonely throwing money at hot tub streamers and shit like that. You know, I'm gonna sit here and be an angry old man, even though I don't look like it, but, you know, all these... you know, super rich youngsters. Hassan, QTCinderella, whoever the fuck that guy is with the hat, and the other two people. I don't know who these people are. The only people that I knew off of Twitch are people like Vosh, Destiny, when Destiny was on Twitch, which I don't use Twitch, I don't watch Twitch, I don't like the platform as a whole. And JustaMinx, and only because people have clipped her doing funny shit. But I think her whole shtick is being like this crazy drunk Irish girl, and, you know, that can only take you so far. And based on the next video after this, I think that's her main concern, is the fact that the one thing that she's known for, bit her in the ass, and now, you know, there's the possibility of losing a following, an audience. But, yeah, we're going to get into and I think Chud Logic put it the best way here, the Twitch aristocracy. You know, all these rich fuckers sitting at the table here. And, yeah, let's hear their side first.
Everyone knows each other.
All of my friends are managers and marketing brand people, so I invited them.
It's just like really sad. It's a personal thing for me. That was what the after party was supposed to be. I know how I'm going to fix it next.
Another thing, before we get even deeper into this, everything is content to these people. Everything. Oh, I'm going to go get lunch? Content. Oh, I'm moving? Content. Oh, my friend got drunk and did something stupid? Content. It's all content. All these people see are dollar signs. That's it. You know, they spend their lives terminally online, or spending the money that they're making off of being online. So to expect them to be, I don't know, empathetic, something that in this case I think should have been done in private. Nope. Content. Gotta, you know, put it out there, win the sympathy points, or, you know, whatever, how much of money their audience is going to give them for bringing it up. It's kind of gross.
Next year, whatever, it's going to be great. I'll fix it. That's not the problem. But then something that's very personal, that I'm not trying to create any unnecessary drama here.
Right there, right off the bat. Something personal, but I'm not trying to create any drama off of it. I'm just going to go over the entire fucking thing, and, you know, hopefully you guys throw more money at me.
Here, but Minx attended the after party and got kicked out, and inevitably got the party shut down because it was a residential neighborhood. And I want to unpack some things.
The party
here.
got shut down?
I personally, and I don't want this to become a rag on Minx segment. It's not going to be that.
That's exactly what it's going to turn into. You're saying shit that you're causing. I don't want to start drama, but you're talking about the drama. Oh, I don't want anybody to go after her. But people are definitely going to go after her. What?
I have personally done everything in my ability to help this woman.
Really?
I have tried everything.
So you've tried everything to help somebody that you know is an alcoholic by inviting them to an event where people are 99.9% chance going to be drinking or getting drunk. You know, that's not really looking out for somebody, but whatever. Let's keep going.
She has been my friend for years up until a point last year when she had pushed me past my boundaries where
Oh, so now, because you can't deal with it anymore, she's no longer a friend. That's fine. That happens. But it doesn't give you license to just be like, I'm not going to start drama, but you're going to do it anyway. Like, it's kind of shitty.
I had to say, hey, like, this is too much for me. This is unhealthy for me. You are destructive to me. And so I had to walk away, but I have tried everything. I've spent time, money. I've tried everything.
What are you doing?
Now it's possible. We don't know. I'm sure some people do, but your average viewer isn't going to know that. And she may very well be telling the truth that she has tried to get her into rehab or help or whatever you want to call it. Who's to say?
What are you doing?
Barat wanted to say hi.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna put a
You're
pause.
good.
Oh my gosh. Poor Marat.
Poor Marat
He
gets
just
bullied.
wanted to say hi.
So I've tried everything. So I don't want people to think this is lack of trying. I think if you've watched my content, you've seen Minx and I used to be very close, and now I've separated myself from her completely.
Something obviously
However,
happened.
this is a person that I did used to care about, even though I do feel as though I've lost her. I don't recognize her anymore as a human. Not like as a human, but I'm saying like she's not the same person when I talk to her. I do not know what happened, and I am someone that suffers from mental health issues. I am not kidding you when I say I've tried to do everything.
That's not an excuse. You don't get to sit there and rag on somebody and then be like, well, I suffer from mental health issues myself, while you are dragging the other person through the mud. That's not an excuse. And I hate when people do that shit. It's like, oh, but I'm autistic, or I have some sort of disorder, therefore I'm going to sit here and talk shit, and that's okay. No, that doesn't work.
And anyway, she reaches out to me out of the blue a few weeks ago and brings up streamer awards, and I have a moment where I think, you know what, this is again a person I really have cared about for so many years.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
give her another chance. And I said, Minx, because she told me she bought tickets for the balcony, I said, Minx, you can come sit on the floor with all the other streamers. You have to promise me one thing. And she was like, what? Anything. And I said, do not drink. Be completely sober. You need to promise me this.
Now, the logs did come out that showed that she did tell her, if you show up, do not drink whatsoever. And JustaMinx said, fine, I won't drink. If you're going to give your word and say, I'm not going to drink, if you're going to do something, then you probably shouldn't do it. Especially when you're around several hundred people that can turn you into content. And that's exactly what they did.
Like, promise me. And she was like, I promise I'll do anything. I was like, great. And
But
like,
to be
I was
fair,
like,
most
genuinely,
alcoholics
like,
don't really
will show
care
you the
about that.
messages multiple times. Me just saying, I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Promise me. And I promise. I said, completely sober. I promise. Like, she promised me
Main
over
thing
and over
is
again.
not putting
Anyway,
yourself in that position.
I get
in
to the
first place.
party. She's wasted. She is getting escorted out by security because she's trying to throw heaters into the pool. And then...
Which is bad.
Is a bad thing. Yeah.
Heaters?
Okay. Now, if she was being rowdy like that and like trying to electrocute other people by throwing heaters into the pool, yeah, I could see how that's a little bit warranted of being pissed off about it. That's not good.
The big
So
propane.
the big gas heaters, like the ones that are like 7 feet, 8 feet
She's
tall.
trying to put those in the pool?
Oh, propane.
I heard she was
Okay,
trying
that's
to throw
fine. That's
Saikuno in the
well.
pool.
Yeah, and people she was trying to run in
Which-
the pool.
Hold up. First of all, if she was trying to throw Saikuno in the pool, Saikuno's a cool guy. I like Saikuno. I started watching him on YouTube a long time ago when he was streaming League of Legends before he moved over to Twitch and moved in with all the other douchebags. But yeah, seems like a nice guy. Could be wrong. I don't know. He might be a huge asshole. I have no idea.
It's a bad thing.
Also
It's
bad.
also bad thing.
Also bad.
And so I'm being told that like security's handling it, and I'm like, you know what? I have to deal with this other problem, so hopefully security handles it.
What was the other problem?
Walking her out, she went limp with the intention of making it harder to kick her out. You know, dead body weight is much harder to that.
Happens.
And in doing so, then
Tactical.
Tactical. Some other stuff happens. All of a sudden, she's just laying on the ground, limp, and no longer cooperating and getting removed from the party. Now, her friend that is with her is very concerned. Obviously, now I'm getting concerned because this is someone's safety.
I don't see how you go from, I've cut this person off, I have no contact with them, they're destructive, I don't want anything to do with them, to all of a sudden I'm concerned by what she's doing. Now, what she was probably concerned about is the fact that she spent $50,000 on this party and somebody was wrecking it. I could see her being concerned with that. Not so much the person, but the monetary value of the event.
And you know, we're trying to figure out, does she need an Uber home? Does she need an Uber to an emergency room? What should we do? By the time I get called out there,
AKA get her the fuck
they're
out.
telling me the party needs to be shut down because since she's in the front yard, neighbors are starting to come out because it's causing a scene. And I'm saying, you know, I make sure she's okay, but also like, I don't know what's going on. Her friend, unbeknownst to me, called 911. So then in this residential neighborhood,
typically, you would call 911 if you think there's sort of an emergency. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I called 911 for no reason, just because somebody was too drunk. That doesn't happen. So, unless that person was also drunk and scared or whatever, why would you call 911 for a drunk person? For an ambulance?
A fire truck comes pulling out, an ambulance, police cars, and they have to close the party. So by 11 o'clock, my after party that I spent thousands of dollars.
And I like whoever this is over here to her left. Just basically like, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's very bad. Oh, I feel so bad. I you know, gotta like squeeze this for what it is.
Dollars on to celebrate my friends is closed down. The thing that I wanted to do to finally relax and thank these people for coming and just like kind of celebrate this thing that we all just did together is closed down. And I genuinely don't want people to think that like I'm complaining about money over someone's health. It's just the sad, like the disappointment I have in somebody who promised me.
Okay, that's twofold. You can still be upset about the money that you lost, while at the same time being concerned for somebody's safety. The way this reads is definitely more concerned about one than the other. I'll let you figure out which one I think that is, but
me better and then ruined my night after everything
there it is.
that I have done for everybody.
She ruined
and
her
what
night.
I've done for them specifically was very sad.
She ruined her night to, you know, thank all the other streamers that, you know, obviously should thank her for throwing this thing for them.
The behind the scenes on why a bunch of people today are like quote retweeting that I've unfollowed her on Twitter. This sounds dramatic, but I can't have someone like that in my life. I've tried everything. She is blocked on every platform I have. I am no longer interested in having contact with this person or taking chances with this person because I've done everything. I've done everything. I can't do it anymore. So, you know, I don't know how to help someone who doesn't want to be helped. What do you do?
All right, that's enough of that shit. It all feels very disingenuous. Again, it's all content to these people, because at the end of it, what it boiled down to was she ruined her night and now she's mad. So I'm not going to cause drama, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. The whole thing it feels very disingenuous. Now we're going to get to the apology here, which also, there's so many red flags with this shit. It's not even funny. Jesus Christ. I had a hard time finding this video, So I am going to shout out the channel that I did find it on, which is Viction. That's Viction. It was one of the few people that actually had her apology without any weird stuff except for some music in this one. So thanks for that.
Across. I do want to say that people say I didn't have a seizure. I definitely did when I was pushed over.
Now, people are saying that she didn't have a seizure. Now, if she had a seizure and she was... Okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So people with a history of seizures after drinking heavily are more prone to having seizures. So, if she had one in the past or has a history of seizures, her having one after getting blackout drunk, which she says she was, is plausible. And I don't think anybody knows her medical history except for her at this point. But saying that, oh, I had a seizure after drinking heavily is possible.
I did see the response saying I was there the whole time. That doctor from Cedars-Sinai definitely confirmed it was a seizure.
Okay.
I feel like I don't do tours properly, and yes, this will be a short stream. There's only one way to stop this, a boxing match. I don't really think it's a good time to joke. But people are saying apologize to QE. Obviously, for people that know, I have been blocked. I'm just waiting for the invoice for the after party, and I will pay it. I haven't been able to apologize to people privately yet, no, due to being blocked. Also, yesterday when I was...
To be fair, it doesn't sound like she wants an apology, so I don't think I would worry about that.
I just come out from the hospital. How seizures work is you lose your memory almost for 24 hours.
Wrong. And this is why I'm just speaking from experience. Typically, after a seizure, there is a period of confusion, and typically that is based on how severe the seizure is. So, if there is a prolonged seizure, say for a minute, then there is at least an hour, speaking from experience, of confusion. Bare minimum. I've never, now, going to the whole I was blackout drunk thing, that could contribute to her supposedly losing her memory for 24 hours, because most people that get blackout drunk don't remember shit anyway. So, that part right there is kind of sketch. Just saying. It's, depending on the amount of alcohol that was ingested by her and the severity of the seizure, then she's saying that like a definitive thing when it's not.
So I just slept all day yesterday. I didn't realize what was happening until today. I'm not lying about the seizure. I have the proof. I'm actually going back to Ireland to get my doctor to get my my Lamictal back.
Now, right there, I have no idea what medication she's saying. It sounds like she's saying Lamictal, which is completely unrelated to seizures, I believe, but might explain some other medical issues. Who's to say? Can't tell.
But I shouldn't have drank.
Fair.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hanging with people, someone that I thought was very attractive, got nervous and started.
That's an excuse. But let's keep going.
Drinking. At the awards, when I was yelling, I was just yelling to hype QE up. I wasn't actually yelling at anyone else. Tubbo and Tubbo's father was at the table. Nadia was at the table. The two men that won the award were at the table. it was the after party that I did fuck up. But I also do want to just say that for people saying I didn't have a seizure, I definitely did have a seizure. I went to the
it's
hospital.
plausible. She
I was
could have
at
had
the
one.
hospital for a while.
I mean, biggest thing to cement that fact would be if she has the paperwork to show it. Be like, look, here it is. Then you can't really argue with that. The hospital saying, hey, you had a seizure, probably had one.
Are you still gonna box? I'm definitely still gonna box if they let me. It is just a shame
Dogs are going
on
nuts.
my behalf. Where are you streaming for? Because I feel like I couldn't get it across through
Oh, speak of the devil.
Twitter. So I thought I'd go live and try explain myself. It will obviously be a short stream, and you guys can clip it and then take what you want with it.
See, even she knows people are going to clip this. Again, all the people in that sphere know that everything they are doing is content or going to be used for content. Period. And there's that music
When
I was
it's
talking
gonna
about.
end,
But again,
keep
this is
doing
the
this
best
shit, though.
example I could find.
When I get better, I guess. Are you taking the boys back to Ireland? No. My cat Sarah is gonna take care of them. Oh my god, now you're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna miss them.
Wait, why can't she take the cats back? I mean, I'm pretty sure you can ship your cats overseas as long as you got the paperwork. You have horrible timing. Do you know that? Yes, you. But yeah, I don't see the whole thing about the cats. I mean, she obviously has way more money than I do. Why wouldn't you be able to take your cats home? Unless there's some sort of law about felines in Ireland that I'm unaware of.
But it's like, I feel stuck in two worlds. I think even if I do get better, I'm still gonna be Minx.
That's a weird statement. You can be completely fucking sober and still continue the same type of content that you were doing. Unless it relies on you being extremely sporadic because you're drunk. In which case, nobody can recreate that because people do stupid shit when they're drunk in the first place, which she has done many a time. But that's where it comes back to, okay, is she worried about getting better, or is she worried about the fact that if she stops getting drunk, then people are going to stop watching? Either way, it's bad. I mean, obviously your health comes first over, you know, how many followers and subscribers or whatever the fuck you have, you know. But I can see being at that age that would be probably the main concern over health. I mean, it's complete opposite for me, but whatever. I'm old.
And it's like, do I go down the road where I try to get better and try to become normal? Or do
Yes.
I go down the road where I'm just Minx?
Okay, there it is, right there. So it's either get better and not be an alcoholic, or keep the business model that she currently has. Gee, I wonder which one she should pick. Let me think. Do I want to be an alcoholic, or do I want to be a streamer? Health or Twitch money? I don't know. It's a tough one. It's hard. I don't know.
Similar to these other band streamers.
Also, if it were me, I would be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool. And not associate with any of those fuckers. Again, that's me personally. That's why I have no interest in really doing any sort of collaborations with people. I do my own thing. I have my own life. Fuck everybody else. Except for whoever you are watching. I'm not saying fuck you. I'm saying fuck the streamers. So.
I don't know. And it's like, when people were joking with me, like, in DMs, trying to make fun, they're like, there's no way. They're like, there's no way that you're, like, fucking, at every party in UK or Ireland, it's normal to get blackout. How the fuck is this a huge thing? But they don't.
That's not normal. It's not normal to get blackout drunk. It's not. That is not a normal thing. I don't care how you try to rationalize it or explain it. It's not normal. You shouldn't do it.
I don't realize that was Cutie's thing. When was it Saturday? Saturdays fucked me up. I'm trying to make jokes out of it. But just to clarify, because I am live right now, is I did have a seizure. That was not a lie. I was in the hospital for it. Leaked DMs to explain better. I was thinking about that, but I'm waiting for the invoice. I don't want to...
I mean, she does seem genuinely upset. Now, most people, when they get wasted and do dumb things, typically feel bad the following day. But I think this is a case of, do I continue to keep doing the stuff that I've been doing, or do I try something new? And obviously these people are comfortable doing what they're doing. I find it very hard to see a bunch of these streamers switching from sitting and making content all day long at their computer to, I don't know, doing like construction work or, you know, retail or an office job. You know, I think that would be like a soul crushing transition for these people if they had to do it, which is why I have a job first and then I do this whenever the fuck I feel like it.
do that until I get the invoice. Go back to Ireland, get out of LA, it's not good for you. It's hard though when I sold on a house.
Get the fuck out of LA. That's your first mistake. And don't move to Austin instead. That's a lateral move. If you're going from LA to Austin, that's like saying, I'm going to get out of the mud pit and jump into the, I don't know, the leech filled kiddie pool. It's like, you're going from one bad thing to the other. Just don't do that. That's what a lot of them do. And it also explains why Austin is the way Austin is now, but that's something else.
But do you have 50k though to fix it? Yes, I will have 50k. Just gotta do
See?
a little
They got money.
Fancy.
They all got money.
Joke. Sorry, I'm trying to joke.
I bet you she does have 50k though.
You need to get a relationship on handle of your relationship drinking before you can do it casually.
Yes. Go away.
What were you asking when Q asked you not to? I'll be honest, and I was stupid. I thought it was at the awards. That I just didn't have to drink.
That's a cope. If she said don't drink, she meant don't drink. That's a cope. Not, oh, I thought she only meant I can't drink here. I didn't know she meant I couldn't drink over here. That's like me saying, oh no, you can't drink in the house. Okay, well then I'm gonna go out on the porch and then drink. Like that's a cope. You knew exactly what she meant. She meant don't drink. And she did it anyway. And of course the excuse was, oh, I was talking to a guy, so I needed the alcohol to loosen up or something. You don't need that. If you do need it, then you have some sort of social anxiety disorder. But you don't need alcohol to talk to people. You don't. You just talk to them. And in fact, it's probably better to talk to people when you're not drunk, because then you have a better idea of what type of person it is without the beer goggles. But, you know, you get to know people when you're sober, and then, you know, that's just the person. That's how they always are.
I thought I could drink at the after party.
Cope.
Nadia was with me. They delivered us 4 drinks to the table. I was to be on one, but I literally I was like, I can't drink this.
Wait, she said she was sipping on one, but she told him she can't drink it. What?
But I did at the after party, and I got wasted at the after party.
Well, I mean, she admits she fucked up.
But why drink in general? What are you trying to cover up? I'm not trying to cover up anything except my anxiety.
Aha! Called it.
No, I haven't spoke to her yet, sadly, because I'm blocked.
I wouldn't even bother.
But I'm sure one of her team members will reach out with the invoice.
Yeah, they're gonna ask you for money.
I would
pay
love
it.
to pay that.
Call it a day.
but I just do want to say that I did have a seizure. I hate that people are saying I was there and you didn't, and the doctors literally said it was an absent seizure. And then just kind of seeing messages after messages saying that I'm lying when I swear on my dog's life I'm not lying.
She could have had a seizure. You can't say she was lying. I mean, seizures come in many different forms, so it's very possible.
But I think that's it. Alcohol equals seizure. That's not how it works. It was head trauma. They did say that in the report.
Trauma is vague. Trauma could mean that she fell and bumped her head on something. That could be considered trauma. Trauma is a vague term. Trauma doesn't mean that like you cracked your skull open and although it could mean that if it happened. I'm just saying that they use trauma as a blanket statement for some sort of injury. And any sort of injury could have occurred at that time and they would still say, oh, it's trauma. Unless they specifically say like a head contusion or, something like that.
Yes, Jana. This is your first seizure in a long time. I did have an absent seizure recently, but it wasn't as bad as this one. This one, I was unresponsive.
Then you shouldn't be drinking, period.
But I think...
If you just had one recently.
That's really it. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. So we've had enough of this, and the cat's there. I think I've said everything I need to say about this. Yep. It's bad from both sides. And on the one hand, you have the person who was throwing the event and is throwing an incident out there for content. And on the other hand, you have somebody with a history of alcohol abuse who did whatever and now is facing the backlash. So on both sides, the whole thing is bad. But, we don't know these people. We don't know their personal lives. All you can do is listen to what they're saying and make your own assumptions or your own conclusions, which is exactly what I did. And, at the end of the day, I shouldn't say that. My wife got mad at me because she says I say at the end of the day too much. So I'm going to stop saying that. When it's all said and done, there we go. That's a better one. It's, these are all, at least in my eyes, these are 20-something-year-olds with more money than they know what to do with, just capitalizing off of what they've got. And it is what it is. If it were me, I would obviously offer better advice on both sides. But I have no say, just like nobody has any say in what I'm doing, except for my wife and my bosses. And, these people are going to keep doing what they're doing. So either she's going to get help and get better and move on with her life, or she won't. And just like all the people at that table that were discussing this whole thing, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. As long as they're making money, they don't give a fuck. So, there you have it, everybody. Just my 2 cents on this whole situation here. I don't know, the whole thing rubbed me the wrong way, so I felt like I should make a video about it. But, thanks for watching. Until next time. Twitch is bad. I don't like Twitch.